Hi, good evening YouTube. It's me, Chris, and you're watching Coins in the Wild. Welcome to the channel this evening. I have to apologize to you for taking such a long time to produce this video, but it has been a very busy month. So I hope you and your family are safe and well, and I look forward to sharing the unboxing video of our fourth PCGS container. We have that right here. So let's get right into the unboxing. I have not opened these either. I'm not sure what's inside anymore. It's been about a month since I received this package, so let's take a look. So just kind of get in here and we'll go ahead and cut the seal on the one side of this PCGS container. Whoops, I think we're going to be stuck. And we'll get this side here. And hopefully, there we go. All right, so we kind of got to figure out which side is which, and this looks like the front here. So let's go ahead and take a minute. We'll go right up front. So our first coin, it looks like, is a 1965 Washington quarter, and this is an SMS set quarter. I'm actually kind of proud that I found this one in the set, Mint State 67. Pretty rare to get a grade, special 67, I guess is what they call it. Pretty hard to get a grade higher than a 67 on a coin like this, but you can see this is a really good looking coin. Nice clear fields, almost satiny finish. Good strike overall, you know, considering the year. And nice clean Washington quarter. So there's this one from if you've never seen an SMS set Washington quarter, this is it. Have a look at that. Very nicely done. All right, so it won't take too much time because as you can see, there's quite a few coins in here. But there's a 1965 special or SMS quarter, a 67. Here's another nice coin, 1965 Kennedy half dollar. This again too is an SMS coin. Again, you see those satiny fields, nice and clear. Kennedy's hair has nice definition. This is, of course, is a 66 and not a 67. And you can kind of see there, just above the ear, they've got kind of a flat or smooth spot, and that, I think, brought it down a grade, is what it did. So it went from a 67 possibly to a 66 is what happened there. But overall, beautiful, well-struck coin. Here's the reverse. You can see the shield, the eagle shield, and no real contact marks there. Overall, looks really good. Not as well struck on the reverse, I would say, as it is on the front of the coin. Let's just look at that again. I'm sorry about that quick move. But here's the front. Nice, smooth, beautiful coin. Just got that flat spot above the ear. You can see right there in the center. That's probably brought it down a grade. And we look at the reverse. The reverse just isn't quite as well struck as the front of this coin, although it looks good overall. So, interesting find here. So, SMS coin, and it's a 66. So very nice coin to show you. Let's go ahead and get our next coin. Here's an interesting coin. I want to tell you about this coin. There's a story behind this. This was sitting in my dresser drawer, and this is like loose change. And I thought, you know, I'm going to send this off to PCGS and see what kind of grade this comes back at. And as you can see, it came back as a Mint State 64. So this is kind of an interesting find. This is, I wouldn't say it's circulated, but it's, I gotta be honest, this is loose change. It was in that drawer for a couple of years, sitting in a little tray, and it was having contact with other coins. I've got some Euro coins in there just from traveling overseas, and it was definitely having some contact with those coins. So this is kind of interesting. I don't think PCGS graded this coin. I think it's at least a Mint State 64, but it's interesting that this is a loose change coin, you might say. So interesting. You can kind of see it has a touch of contract marks there in front of Kennedy's face. So very good. Nice find. Thank you, PCGS. Okay, let's get into our next coin. Our next coin here is a 1996 Washington quarter from the Philadelphia Mint. You can see this is a beautiful coin. I'm going to bring it in as close as I can, get the focus. This is one good looking Washington quarter. Minimal imperfections. Little rim damage you can see there on the upper left above Liberty, above the I and the B. Just a little bit of contact there. But overall, this is a beautiful, beautiful Washington quarter, 1996. I was struggling to find a 68, and I thought I found one, but I guess I didn't. So this is Mint State, did I say 66? Mint State 67, 1996, Philadelphia Mint, Washington quarter. And there you are. So nice find here as well. So we've got two Mint State 67 Washington quarters, and we got a 66 Kennedy half. Let's see what we got here. So here is a 1973 IKE Dollar, and I'm not sure I agree with Mint State 65. What do you guys think? I know there's a little contact in front of Ike's nose there, and I know this is essentially a proof coin, but I'm not sure I agree with Mint State 65. I don't think so. And I know proof coins tend to be a bit more straightforward than Mint State coins, but I'm not sure I agree with that. I think it's a good looking coin. Do you think I got a PCGS coin misgraded? What do you guys think? This is a clean looking IKE Dollar. I mean, the only contact you really see is in front of Eisenhower's nose. And then a little right to the right of the 3 on the bottom, there's a little bit of contact there. I don't know if I agree with the Mint State 65. And they're saying that, I guess 1973S, if they're doing Mint State 65, they're saying this is not a proof. That this is yeah, I don't agree with 65 at all. If this is not a proof, I don't agree with that one bit. And I think the majority of our viewers probably would agree with me. That's not Mint State 65. So that's kind of an odd grade for this coin here. So let's go on to our next one. So here's another Washington quarter, 1996 Denver Mint, this time Mint State 66. Again, this is a really good looking quarter, and I would venture to say this looks a little bit better than the last one that we looked at. Let's take a quick look at the reverse. Maybe I'm missing something. Not quite as well struck on the reverse. You can see it's fairly smooth, not quite as defined. Chest feathers is usually a good place to start looking, and I just don't see it. Not a bad looking coin though. Let's take a look at the front one more time. The obverse, excuse me. Yeah, this is a good looking Washington quarter. I don't know if I agree with Mint State 66 at all for this coin. What do you guys think? This is a really, really good looking coin. In fact, if we take the other one, whoops, and we compare them side by side, let's take a look. I would say the only difference I see, no, I was thinking luster, but no, there's the 67, and there's the 66. I think it's misgraded. The 1996D, I think that's a 67. And yeah, I would say it's a 67. Unusual. Well, somebody's going to find a good deal on eBay. You're going to find one you can send back in and get a graded example of a 67, I bet. Here's another Washington quarter, 1997D. So basically, you can see what I was after. I was trying to get 67s on all these quarters because I thought that they were at least 68s. And this one I might give them the 66 on because you see a lot of chatter in the fields. 1997, Denver Mint, Washington quarter. Trying to keep get a little shine on it without getting the light on it. Okay, let's look at the reverse. Yep. Yeah, tough one. This one is, of course, not well struck on the back, on the reverse, but the obverse looks good. It's got a little chatter in the fields. I would agree with the 66 on this one, but I don't agree with the 66 on the others. That's kind of interesting. Okay, let's set this one aside. Let's go on because we've got quite a few coins. And we're 9 minutes into this video. Here's another 1997 Denver Mint. I bet I sent both in because one example was better than the other. And yeah, but there's a contact mark there. There's two contact marks now I can see on Washington's neck, and that's probably what would ding this one down to a 66. Otherwise, if it didn't have the contact marks, it might be a 67 because those fields look really good. Yeah. So I think that's what happened with this particular example. As you can see, I was trying really hard for 67s across the board and a possible 68, and it just didn't happen. It was a bit of a disappointment on these coins here. Let's go on to the next examples that we have here. And here we have a 1980 Philadelphia Mint State 64, Washington quarter. And you know what killed this, and we've talked about this in other videos, what brought this down at least a grade is, well, one, it's not as well struck. We can see that right away. Two, the luster is gone. It's got toning on it. And and then you got there you go. Look right there. There's a contact mark in the eagle breast feathers. So that killed it. That brought this thing down to 64. So yeah, I can't argue with them. I should have probably not sent this one in after all. But nice 1980 Philadelphia Mint State 64, Washington quarter. Okay, let's go on to our next one. We've got quite a few Washington quarters, as you can see here. Here's a 1988 Denver Mint State 64, Washington quarter. Now, I do see contact marks on this one. You can see it right there on Washington's neck. There's a couple of contact marks there. This is a pretty nice coin, though. Kind of getting in a little closer on it. Nice luster, just a little bit of contact. And again, he's got contact on the breast feather of the eagles. You can see that there. So that brought this down a grade, I'd imagine at least. So Mint State 64, okay. A couple of these, you're not even arguing with PCGS. It's just, I shouldn't have sent them in is what it was. And I think we talked about that a little bit on the last video. Here's another nice example though. 1998 Philadelphia Mint. PCGS, let's see, let's look a little bit at these fields. Not too bad. There is some chatter on the neck of Washington. Let's look at the reverse. Overall, the reverse is actually not too bad. It's the obverse that brings this down a grade. So 66. If this was a little cleaner, it got a 66 because it's well struck and it has luster. But it does have a little bit of contact, and you can see that in the light. So yeah, this is a pretty decent 66. Definitely not a 67. Had it been clear and had there been no contact marks, yeah, this would have been bumped up. I think they were leaning toward 67 on this, and they just couldn't get there. So that's kind of interesting. Let's go on to our next coin. Lots of Washington quarters. Kind of getting very comfortable grading Washington quarters, as you can tell. Here's a 1998 Philadelphia Mint State 67. This is a nice coin. And I probably sent this in thinking I was going to get a 68. Because this is a really, really good looking coin. Look at that, guys. Look at those. Little chatter on the neck. Maybe if the little chatter wasn't there. Fields are nice and luster. Nice luster in the fields. Only slight, very, very faint contact marks. Let's look at the reverse. And pardon me, I had dinner earlier. And yeah, overall, the reverse looks really good. Really, really good. Fairly well struck. It's got luster for sure, so it's a nice coin. Mint State 67. So I was hoping for 68, and I think it's correct. If it had a little less of the chatter, I might have gotten a 68, but it's got a little. So it's a good looking Washington quarter. Okay, let's go on to our next one. A lot of 67s in this batch. Here's another one. 1998 Philadelphia Mint. Again, Mint State 67, Washington quarter. I was really trying for that 68, guys. You can see that here. I just went and rolled the dice and sent them all in. Little chatter on the neck. You can see that there just to the left of the chin. Right there in the center. But overall, a good looking coin. I'm still leaning towards one of those coins that we looked at earlier. Might be a 68, just looking at some of these. I wonder what the threshold is to cross between a 67 and a 68. I might have to do some research on that and kind of strategize with that videos going forward, because I really want to get a Washington quarter that's Mint State 68, something super rare. We did get that 1990 Philadelphia Mint, if you remember one of the first videos. Washington quarter, Mint State 67, one of 15 known to exist, so that was kind of cool actually. But here's here's one. So these Jefferson nickels I never ever should have sent in. I don't know why I did. I don't know what I was thinking. It was a waste of money. Jefferson nickels, these are going to go for practically nothing on eBay. So if you want to just have a PCGS graded coin, Jefferson nickel, it's full steps, Mint State 63. If you want to just have an example of a full steps coin in your collection, hit me up because this is going to go cheap. I imagine it's not going to have more than the cost of shipping on it. But nice coin overall, and just a lot of chatter. I never should have sent it in, but it is a nice thing to be able to designate that it's full steps. Let's take a look at another example here of a Jefferson nickel. This one just slightly better grade, 1998 Philadelphia Mint. I don't know what I was thinking. Look at those chatter marks. Contact marks all over the face, the chin, the coat. Hair is well struck. He's got good hair. But full steps. It's a well struck coin. It's just got contact marks. And I honestly don't know what I was thinking. And I think this one is a little better struck than the last one. What do you guys think? See if we can get any closer on those steps. So if you've never seen what full steps looks like, that's what it is. Uninterrupted steps. Oh, this is a nice example. It's got a nice satiny finish on the reverse. You can see that. Looks good. Unfortunately, it's a 64 because of all the contact marks on the face. So that's a bit of a bummer. Let's go look at the next Jefferson nickel that we have. Again, Mint State 64 full steps, 1998 Philadelphia Mint. If you're noticing a pattern here, there's a lot of 1998 Philadelphia Mint coins. The coins that I bought, because I really didn't know what I was buying, I was just kind of buying in bulk. They tended to have, I think I mentioned this in earlier videos, if one coin is well struck in the set, they all tend to be well struck in the set. And I think it has to do with when they're actually produced in the cycle, as far as the die strike and things like that, how new the die was, I guess you might call it, or how perfect the die was as it went along striking coins. It's a bad thing to say, but that's it. Full steps, you can kind of see it, just the way it glistens. So yeah, you can see it there. Full steps, nice luster. Mint State 64, never should have sent these in. I don't know what I was thinking. I've done better with other Jefferson nickels, Mint State 66 full steps, and I think I even have a 67 full steps, and just kind of blew it on that one. All right, let's look at this next coin here. 1998 Philadelphia Mint, Jefferson nickel, Mint State 63. I don't know what I was thinking. Look at that. Chatter everywhere, strikes all over the chin. He's one, or I don't want to say anything bad about him, but one ugly looking coin. Yep. Nice steps, full steps. Just not the coin to send in. I don't know what I was thinking with these Jefferson nickels. Kind of a disappointment. Okay, so there's another nice example of Jefferson nickel. Those are going to go cheap. Let's see. Oh yeah, here's another mistake. Okay, I was thinking this was a 68. Don't send any Lincoln cents in unless you think they're going to come back 68 or 69. It's got to look perfect. You don't want to see any flaws in a Lincoln cent, because Mint State 67 red, even though it's kind of cool to have a Mint State 67 red in a Philadelphia Mint Lincoln cent, it's not a good grade for a Lincoln cent. It's got to be 68 or higher, or you're just wasting your time and your money. But it's a beautiful coin overall. Probably some kid's going to get this for $5, convince his dad to buy him the coin, or maybe spend his allowance. So, nice coin though. Overall, still a nice coin. You see just a little contact there in the field. It's not much at all. But unless you think it's perfect, unless it looks like a 70, don't send it in, because it's going to come back less than a 68. So, a learning curve for me, and hopefully that benefits you. Okay. Here's another one. See here, I got dinged really bad on this one. 1998 Philadelphia Mint, Lincoln cent. Contact in the fields. Yeah, Lincoln cents just have to be perfect. Mint State 66 red is what it came back at. They just have to be perfect. If they don't look perfect, don't send them. Check for rim nicks, discoloration in the fields, contact marks on Lincoln's suit, his bow tie, Make sure the hair and the beard are clear, the forehead, the nose. I mean, really get in there and really scrutinize link and send before you send it, because it just isn't worth it if it doesn't come back at least a 68. So learn from my mistake. All right, and then finally the last coin. Here is a 1998 Philadelphia Mint, Lincoln set MS66 red, and again you can see a little bit of chatter in the fields, and I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know if I was just having a bad day or if I was just tired. Remember guys, I was grading all those coins and I was getting exhausted, and I haven't done a marathon grading coins like that since, because it was just wearing me out. But I did grade these coins myself. So overall, not bad. What do you think, YouTube? Overall, not bad at all. We've got some, I think we kind of know we didn't work out so well on the Lincoln cents and on the Jefferson nickels. But the Washington quarters, that was kind of streak. That was actually something good. I think we had, count the 67s. 1, 2, 3. Whoops, this is 66. 66. And, okay, we had 4 67s of the Washington quarters, which is a pretty rare grade. Most Washington quarters mint state coins do not come back 67. They're 66 or 65 or less. So 67 is a good grade, but we were shooting for 68s and didn't get them. Jefferson nickels was a bomb. I'm really questioning this. PCGS, I think you're wrong. Looking at that again, that's not a 65. That's not a 65 on any coin, let alone this. Yeah, I think they messed up. Yeah, they messed up on this one. There's no question in my mind. And guys, no question PCGS didn't catch this. PCGS, if you're watching this video, I'll send it to you. This was in my sock drawer, my dresser drawer, where I leave my credit cards. And it was in there with a bunch of euros. And I touched it 1,000,000 times. And thought about giving it to the neighbors because it was silver. I mean, seriously, PCGS. Mint State 64. Maybe I got away with one, but you bombed on the Eisenhower, I think. I don't think you were even close at a 65. That's a good looking Eisenhower. Bummer. Okay, or IKE Dollar, whatever you want to call it. All right, and then finally we had our Kennedy half 66 special, the SMS set. So good looking coin. Yeah, probably a 66. We talked about that flat spot right there above the year, and you can see it. So yeah, 66 if it was a little better struck, 67, but 66 all day long. Well, thanks again, YouTube, for watching. It's me, Chris. You're watching Coins in the Wild. Sorry this video is a little bit more casual, a little bit abrupt, but I've been trying to make this video for you, and I have been extremely busy, and I will be extremely busy over the next 5 or 6 weeks. So thanks again for watching, YouTube. I appreciate it. I'd like to make another video for you soon, so stay tuned to the channel, and hopefully you enjoy this video. Thanks again. I hope you're safe and healthy. Please take care, everyone. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, well, if you haven't already liked this video, smash that like button. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. It's me, Chris. You've watched Coins in the Wild. Thank you, and have a good night. Bye now.